It's not a secret that the job market is super competitive these days. And whether you're actively looking for a job now, or you have a job but you still want to advance your career, education is a great way to give you an advantage. But not just any education, it needs to be verifiable. You need to have something to show for it. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the different education options that exist that can also be done online. So you get crazy good flexibility and really no excuse to not learn. I'll also be ranking them in terms of value. How much will it really do for you in terms of landing a job? So let's get started. First is online university degrees. Not surprisingly, degrees are still more or less the standard and recognized by pretty much any employer. Even with all the new education options out there that exist today, many of which I'll talk about here in a moment, a degree on average is going to give you the best likelihood of landing a job, provided that it is a degree in a high demand job field. Sorry if you're looking into a philosophy degree, that's probably not going to give you a good return on your investment. Part of the reason degrees are valuable is that many employers use applicant tracking system tools that are used to accept applications to jobs, and the tools can help companies screen applicants. And many of them are likely still screening for degrees. And it's more or less automated, so unfortunately, sometimes the process is as simple as does this person have a degree? Yes or no. If no, reject. However flawed that methodology may be, you also have to consider the volume of applications a company may receive, especially some of your bigger companies. And they're looking for simple ways to filter. And a degree happens to be a very convenient and simple filter to use, whether it be a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. Good news is, at least when it comes to master's degrees, you actually don't need to spend six figures to get one from a reputable university. University of Illinois and Boston University are top 100 globally ranked universities that offer online MBA degrees for about $24,000 to $25,000 for the entire program. And Georgia Tech and University of Texas, two incredible universities with top tier engineering schools, offer computer science degrees for just $10,000. Now there's more out there, but those are some of the most notable ones that I consider to be some of the best values in the higher education market. And again, they're online, they're very flexible in these cases, also extremely affordable. Now let's talk about certifications. If you want something that generally costs less and takes less time to complete and is specific to certain job fields, certifications are a great option. In most or all cases, earning a certification means that you study for some period of time and you take an exam. Typically that exam is in person, but if the exam is online, it's typically proctored using your webcam and some kind of software. But putting aside the exam, all the study that you do is totally on your own, self-paced, and you have access to a lot of great online resources. Certifications can carry a lot of weight, especially in industries like IT that favor specific knowledge and skill sets. And I'll give you two examples. One is CompTIA, which is a company that offers a whole catalog of IT certifications. They're very well recognized in the industry and they've been around for quite some time. So getting a certification from them would be a clear option for you if you want to go the IT route. A PMP certification is also another great option because it is recognized across many industries. But that one in particular is for those looking for a career in project management. PMP is Project Management Professional. Now just a word of caution, the PMP exam is actually quite difficult, at least from the consensus of all the folks that I've known that have taken and earned the certification. But definitely worth pursuing if project management is a career of interest. What exactly is the difference between a certification and a certificate? Now it's a bit of a gray area, but typically with certifications, as I mentioned before, involves some kind of proctored formal exam. And the jobs in fields in which certifications are valuable and recognized, or even required in some cases, are limited to specific fields and skills. Compared to certificates, you can get certificates in just about anything. All it's really designed to showcase is that you've completed some coursework, maybe you've done some assignments or projects, and rigorous exams are not really a thing here. Obviously, that depends on the subject and the person, so honestly can vary quite a bit. That said, not all online certificates are created equal. There's quite the variety of how these programs are all delivered, and the validity of certain certificates in the market also vary quite a bit. So let's break down a few options that are subsets of online certificates with their own individual rankings. First in this category are university certificates. These are online courses taught by the faculty at the school and or some industry professionals that the university has contracted out to help deliver some of this content. Sometimes virtual live sessions are a part of these programs, but not always. Some of these courses are offered directly from the university itself, like the Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning postgraduate program that I'm a part of through the University of Texas, or they may decide to offer the content through some third-party online learning platform like Coursera or edX. Second is company certificates. These are course programs and certificates that are offered by some of the top companies in the world for a particular subject. And you'll typically find these through the platforms I just mentioned. Coursera and edX are common. But outside of universities, these certificates can carry a little bit of weight because of the company. Employers or recruiters are going to be familiar with Google or Meta or IBM, all of whom offer a variety of different career certificates and, of course, the coursework and the programs from some of the highest demand job fields in the market today, like data analytics, UX design, digital marketing, and IT support. And third is industry expert certificates. Didn't quite know really what to call this, but basically any course program that isn't hosted or created by a university or a company. These are typically taught by experts or really proficient hobbyists in a particular industry or skill set. Now, unfortunately, receiving a certificate from one of these courses are going to be the least impactful to a recruiter. It actually really won't matter much at all. But they also tend to be very inexpensive. One example is Udemy, that offers a platform for content creators and educators to, of course, build their content, host it on this platform, and sell their courses. Now, don't get me wrong, some of the content is extraordinarily good, but I would approach these courses as simply a structured way to learn skills from people that really know how to educate and potentially learn with the goal of pursuing some actual certification where there's an exam you need to pass, and some of these courses can teach you how to prepare for it and set you on a good path to succeed. Now, another example here is Course Careers, which goes a little bit further in providing career support, but again, it's taught by industry experts, and it's kind of up to you to apply the knowledge and network and land the job. Now, an honorable mention here, I couldn't quite figure out where exactly to put it, but bootcamps. And this is a tough one to pin down because bootcamps can be offered by universities or companies. They also tend to be packed with content and assignments and projects, all delivered in a fairly short amount of time. And it really gets you up to speed on certain skills very quickly. Most commonly, coding boot camps are quite popular, but the stated goal for a lot of these boot camps is to give you these skills necessary to land a job. Now, the cost of boot camps vary dramatically, as do the career outcomes. Now, there are some worthwhile ones out there, but you really just need to assess what your career goals are and what skills you already have to know whether a boot camp would be worth it. One example that I like is a company called Springboard, who actually offers a job guarantee if you go through any one of their career course programs. Now, obviously there's a caveat when it comes to that job guarantee, and I talk all about that in this other video that you can check out after this one. But nonetheless, it puts a really strong structure in place to help you learn the skills and land a job. Now, I've had a lot of my own personal experience when it comes to online education and how that has helped me advance my career. Now, if you want an example, I've got a video where I talk about Coursera and how that helped me land my first six-figure job. And if you want to learn about my online MBA journey, you can check out my other video as well. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.